Hey everybody, another night, another movie, and you'll have to please bear with me because of my sore throat. I'm coming down with this bug thing that's going around at the moment. But I just got done watching my second Christmas movie, and it was 1985's Santa Claus the movie, starring David Huddleston, Dudley Moore, John Lithgow, and Judy Cornwell. This one I essentially grew up watching. I've watched it numerous times over the years, and it's one of those odd ones that I enjoy it. I enjoyed it more as a kid, but as an adult I can see the faults with it, and they're quite glaring problems, because essentially this is like three movies in one, because for the first 45 minutes or so, you're following the origins of how Santa Claus came to be. You follow Claus and Anya, I think his wife was, and they go out to villages to deliver presents and stuff out in the snow with their two reindeer, and they end up getting lost out in the snow one night and essentially freezing to death, and then being these elves appear and go, "Oh, we foretold that you would come, we'll take you back, and this is now your home." And you're just like, is this like limbo or the afterlife? Because you have the whole white light and everything, and the fact that the snow gathers on the dead reindeer and bodies is a little disconcerting. So I like to think that the whole movie is essentially hallucinations of these like passing on old people. But yeah, no, basically it's the beginnings of how Santa Claus became the big mythological character. And it's really interesting, and we're talking about hundreds of years ago, and it's nice to see as you watch like snippets of centuries going past, and newer toys being produced and new ideas. That said, if you don't like wooden toys, let's just say it's possible to overdose on them in this movie. There are no signs of any like plastic toys, even though it goes straight to like modern times, i.e. like 1980s. The elves are still producing completely wooden toys, and I found that again distracting, because I was like, there's no plastic toys, really? So you have that for the first 45 minutes, and then, like I say, you kind of see snippets of centuries, and then you go to 1980s New York, and Santa encountering this homeless boy, Joe. And they build this friendship, and Joe's like, "Yeah, I don't believe in Santa, yeah, I'm odd, kind of." And Santa's showing that, there's more out there and stuff like that. And there's this very creepy, kind of stalkerish rich girl that keeps watching Joe. And at one point she's like, a boy at the back door with like her leftover dinner, and she puts it down and then hides behind the back door as Joe comes out to take the plate. I was like, bloody hell, he's not like a stray dog or cat. I'm talking about a human being. It's a boy, yes. I was just like, really? And yeah, she's a bit creepy stalkerish. It was really just whatever. And then you've got the tale, and you got that, and then you've got the tale of Dudley Moore's character, Patch, who's one of the more creative of the elves, like with ideas of what to produce toy-wise and stuff. And he comes up with this like essentially like a factory conveyor belt system of pushing the toys through and mass manufacture. And except he doesn't maintain the tools, and they start building shoddy bikes, etc. So they sack Patch from his assistant job that he gained by doing this mass production. So in some kind of pissy fit, he goes to New York and meets up with this toy maker who's actually really, really kind of nefarious. BZ, played by John Lithgow, or Lithgow, however you want to pronounce it. And he's one of these toy makers that likes to cut corners. We're talking about teddy bears that have like sawdust and nails in them, or dolls that easily burn the second a cigarette is near them, etc. So Patch goes to this BZ and is like, oh, I could make toys for you. I want to make Santa happy and show that I am a good assistant. And then he makes these like lollies that have got the elf magic dust in them that turns out make people fly, and so that feels like a completely separate movie. And you start to feel a bit, it feels quite schizophrenic in a way, because you're kind of missing the start, but at the same time that got a little tedious after a while, especially when everybody was just randomly dancing around and stuff. But it feels quite frenetic in a way, and a little lost. I get how it all threads together, but it just feels like it's struggling to tell too much in the space of an hour and 40 minutes. And this feels a lot longer than that 100 minutes. It does. You end up sat there just going, really? Is that all the time that's passed? But like I say, it's one of those odd ones. And don't even get me started about somebody flying in space and their body not exploding. Just the scientist in me was going insane at that sight. But yet, there are issues as an adult that I can easily pull apart. Especially this whole thing where the reindeer supposedly, Santa can't get them to do this trick, the super duper looper. Because the front two reindeer are too scared of heights and all that stuff. And then they end up down two reindeer and near the end, and they're expected to do it, and they're able to magically do it without these two extra reindeer. But that's contrived and all that. But the main problem is with this is there is actually no reason for them to do this super duper looper at the time that they do it. They could have easily just gone straight ahead and it would have been fine. There is no need to do this whole loop, which actually wastes time. So these are nitpicks that actually really piss me off. Let's get to the heart of it. They do. They kind of really annoy me. I'm sat there and I'm like, it's a kids movie. It's a kids movie. Remember that, Tash. It's a kids movie. And I shouldn't have to do that through a Christmas movie where I can escape, kind of thing. Where I can believe anything is possible and stuff. That should be just self-explanatory. But this one, I ended up feeling like I had to pull every whimsical little thing apart. But yeah, this is sugary sweet. It is really contrived. It's really predictable. Painfully so. And you know what, if you think if you're diabetic, yeah, you will overdose on sugar in this. But there's a charm to it. I enjoy it even now. Like I said, I've seen it numerous times over the years, and it did get to me tonight watching it. It could be I've had a rough day, I'm not feeling well, I don't know. But through all that, like I say, I still enjoyed it. I still sat through it, and there was the odd, really? But I still enjoyed it. So it's one of those classic kind of Christmas movies. It's not the best that's out there, but it's one of those ones you put on in the afternoon, and that's what I recommend. It's one of those ones you put on when you're maybe playing with stuff and it's on, or you know, for adults obviously, it's something that you're doing when you're with other people and stuff, and you can talk and chat to each other, but still have something on the TV. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Like I say, not the best Christmas movie, but definitely not the worst, and definitely just worth checking out. It's sweet. It's family friendly. I mean, it is a U certificate, so you know it's supposed to be kid friendly. So, but that was tonight's movie. Sorry I've rambled on, and again, sorry for my raspy voice. That was 1985's Santa Claus the movie. We'll be back again tomorrow with another Christmassy movie. But I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. If you don't, instead of just clicking the dislike button, please let me know what your problem is. Why? Because at the end of the day, I can't improve unless you tell me, give me constructive criticism. But for now though, I got a party tomorrow, so I may be a bit wasted after doing my movie. I might do the movie before the party, but we'll see. But for now though, this is Sketch, wishing you all a happy festive season, and signing out.